आप सभी दोस्तों को मेरा नमस्कार and a warm welcome to you all in my current affairs video, and I hope you all will be safe, sound and healthy. So today we will be covering current affairs from 1st August to 7th August from the Hindu newspaper. So let's begin with the first question of the day. On 1st August 2020, the Indian Council for Cultural Relations (ICCR) conducted the webinar to observe the 100th डेथ एनिवर्सरी ऑफ विच इंडियन फ्रीडम फाइटर ऑफ इंडिया। आपको बताना है कि 1 अगस्त 2020 को इंडियन काउंसिल फॉर कल्चरल रिलेशंस, जिसे हम ICCR भी बोलते हैं, ने एक वेबिनार कंडक्ट किया था हमारे एक फ्रीडम फाइटर की 100वीं डेथ एनिवर्सरी सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए। तो आपको बताना है उनका नाम क्या था। ऑप्शन ए लाला लाजपत राय, ऑप्शन बी लोकमान्य तिलक, ऑप्शन सी गोपाल कृष्ण गोखले, ऑप्शन डी दादा भाई नरोजी। सो द राइट आंसर इज Option B, Lokmanya Tilak. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, also known as Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, was one of the great freedom fighters of India. He was born on 23rd July 1856 in the Chikhili village of Ratnagiri, Maharashtra. He participated in Indian independence movement, and on August 1st he passed away. On 1st August 2020 was the 100th anniversary of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Question 2. India's fiscal deficit reached to 83% of the budget estimate in the Union Budget 2020-21. Which of these are true about fiscal deficit? आपको बताना है कि अभी हाल ही में जो इंडिया का फिस्कल डेफिसिट है वो फाइनल बजट में जो एस्टिमेशन था उसका 83% रीच हो चुका है। सो आपको बताना है कि दिए गए ऑप्शंस में से which of these are true about the fiscal deficit. Option A, it is a difference between the total revenue and total expenditure. Option B, total dollars spent in excess of income. Option C, it is usually calculated as a percentage of GDP. Option D, all of the above. The right answer is option D, all of the above. And this was the article in the Hindu. The fiscal deficit touches 83% of the year target. Let's first know about the fiscal deficit. What is fiscal deficit? Let's see the definition of the fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit, as we have learned through the options, fiscal deficit is the difference between the government's total expenditure and its total receipts, excluding the borrowings. If the government spends more than it earns, we have a situation which is called fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit is equal to the government spending minus the government revenue. Question number 3. The governor of which state has recently gave his assent to 3 capitals in that state? हाल ही में किस राज्य के गवर्नर ने उस राज्य में 3 राजधानी बनाने के लिए जो प्रस्ताव है उसको अपनी मंजूरी दी है? ऑप्शन 1 राजस्थान, ऑप्शन 2 तेलंगाना, ऑप्शन 3 आंध्र प्रदेश, ऑप्शन 4 मणिपुर। द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज ऑप्शन 3 आंध्र प्रदेश। आंध्र प्रदेश के जो गवर्नर हैं उन्होंने the governor of Andhra Pradesh has recently gave his assent to the 3 capital in the state. अब हमको जानना है कि वो 3 कैपिटल कौन कौन सी हैं। And this was the article in the Hindu regarding the question. Andhra Pradesh governor clears the 3 capital CRDA repeal bills. CRDA stands for Capital Region Development Authority Repeal Bill. You can see in this image the capitals of the Andhra Pradesh. The one that would be the judicial capital of Andhra Pradesh is Kurnool, which is in Kurnool district. The legislative capital of Andhra Pradesh, that would be Amravati. Amravati is in Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh, and Vishakhapatnam would be the executive capital of Andhra Pradesh. Here also you can see the judicial capital Kurnool, the legislative capital Amravati, which is in Guntur district, and the executive capital, that is Visakhapatnam. Question number 4. Which agency under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, is the nodal agency in the country for disease surveillance, facilitating prevention and control of the communicable diseases? Option A, National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. Option B, National Center for Disease Control, NCDC. Option C, National Disease Control Board, NDCB. And option D, none of the above. So the right answer for this is option B, National Center for Disease Control. NCDC comes under the administrative control of Director General of Health Services, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. This institute was earlier known as Central Malaria Bureau, which was established in Kasauli, Himachal Pradesh in 1909. It was shifted to Delhi in 1938 and was called the Malaria Institute of India, MII. In 1963, Malaria Institute of India was renamed as National Institute of Communicable Diseases, which in 2009 was transformed to the National Center for Disease Control, NCDC, with a larger mandate of controlling emerging and re-emerging diseases. Question number 5. Which has been awarded the prestigious Prem Bhatia Award for the Outstanding Journalism? आपको बताना है कि प्रेम भाटिया अवार्ड किसे दिया गया है 2020 का, जो कि दिया जाता है आउटस्टैंडिंग जर्नलिज्म के लिए. ऑप्शन ए दीपांकर घोष, ऑप्शन बी पीपल्स आर्काइव ऑफ रूरल इंडिया, जिसे PARI परी भी बोलते हैं, ऑप्शन सी अवंतिका सिंह, ऑप्शन डी बोथ ए एंड बी. सो द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज option D, both A and B. See, I have taken this slide from the Prem Bhatia Awards website, where it is mentioned that the outstanding political reporting of the year with an annual reward of 2 lakh rupees is given to the winner who has reported the major political events of the year with objectivity. And another one is given for outstanding environmental reporting of the year. For this, an annual award of 1,50,000 is awarded who has shown most promise in reporting on environmental development or social affairs. You can see Dipankar Ghosh in this picture. Question number 6. In recent parliamentary elections in Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka People's Front, earlier known as Sri Lanka National Front, SLNF, is expected to have a landsliding victory. Who is the leader of the Sri Lanka People's Front and present Prime Minister of Sri Lanka? आपको बताना है कि श्रीलंका में जो पार्लियामेंट्री इलेक्शन हुए हैं, जिसमें श्रीलंका पीपल्स फ्रंट पार्टी की विन लगभग तय है, तो आपको बताना है कि श्रीलंका पीपल्स पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट कौन है, जो अभी प्रेजेंट टाइम पे वहां के प्राइम मिनिस्टर भी हैं श्रीलंका के. ऑप्शन ए गोताबया राजपक्ष, ऑप्शन बी चंद्रिका कुमारतुंगा, ऑप्शन सी महिंद्रा राजपक्ष, ऑप्शन डी DM Jayaratne. So the right answer for this is option C, Mahindra Rajapaksa. The two brothers Mahindra Rajapaksa and Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Gotabaya Rajapaksa is the president of Sri Lanka at present, and the Mahindra Rajapaksa is the prime minister of Sri Lanka. In this image you can see he is Mr. Mahindra Rajapaksa and he is his brother Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He is the president of Sri Lanka at present. He is the prime minister of Sri Lanka at present. In this picture, you can see the map of Sri Lanka. There are 2 capitals of Sri Lanka. One is, here you can see, Sri Jayawardhane Purakotte. It is the legislative capital of Sri Lanka. And as you all know, Colombo. Colombo is the administrative capital of Sri Lanka. Question 7. Recently, a dozen of high-profile Twitter accounts were accessed by hackers with an attack that tricked a handful of people. What is the name of that technique used in the attack? हाल ही में ट्विटर पे जो हाई प्रोफाइल ट्विटर अकाउंट्स हैं उनको हैक किया गया है, तो आपको बताना है कि वो कौन सी टेक्निक है जो इस अटैक में यूज की गई. ऑप्शन ए डिनायल ऑफ सर्विस, ऑप्शन बी की लॉगर इंजेक्शन, ऑप्शन सी DNS स्पूफिंग, ऑप्शन डी spear phishing. So the right answer for this question is option D, spear phishing. So what is spear phishing? See, there are 2 terms. One is phishing and another is spear phishing. Phishing किसे बोलते हैं? It is generally indiscriminate. It is not targeted to a particular one. So it is indiscriminate. It could be sent to anyone. So phishing particularly is, it's an email or any message that was circulated in a network. Here the messages are generic. The attacker only needs an email address to send their messages, and the message source appears to come from commonly imitated sources like bank, subscription services और random email addresses. अब spear phishing समझते हैं. Spear phishing जो है वो किसी एक particular individual को target करके की जाती है. It is targeted to a specific individual or organization. Attackers use personal data to target their messages and make them more believable. They often find this information on social media profiles. Their message sources appears to come from a trusted source. Generally जो spear phishing है, ये आपको महसूस होगा कि this is a trusted source. See, in this picture, you can see what is phishing. It is a broad, automated attack that is less sophisticated. On the other hand, this spear phishing is a customized attack on a specific employee or company. Here you can see it is particularly targeted to this particular fish. So here it is called spear phishing, which is targeted. Question 8. India's Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO and Israel's Directorate of Defense Research and Development DDRD to conduct COVID-19 research trials on Indian patients. The trial obtained expedited approval by the Health Ministry's Screening Committee HMSC recently, who is the apex body for the biomedical research and foreign aided research in India. Option A, Defense Research Development Organization DRDO. Option B, Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR. Option C, All India Institute of Medical Sciences AIIMS. Or option D, none of the above. So the right answer for this is option B, Indian Council of Medical Research. This was the article on the newspaper. ICMR fast tracks approval for Israeli research coordinated by DRDO. Question 9. National Education Policy NEP has recently dropped which language from its list of foreign languages that can be taught in schools? Option A, Japanese. Option B, Russian. Option C, Mandarin Chinese. Option D, Korean. So the right answer for this is Mandarin Chinese language. And this was the article in the Hindu. NEP drops Mandarin from the language list. Question 10. The demand for creation of autonomous councils in the two regions, Mon Autonomous Region in the west and Patkai Autonomous Council in the east, have been raised in which northeastern state recently? आपको बताना है कि दो ऑटोनॉमस काउंसिल्स को बनाने का डिमांड की जा रही है, जिसमें मॉन ऑटोनॉमस रीजन जो कि वेस्ट साइड में है और पटकई ऑटोनॉमस काउंसिल जो कि ईस्ट साइड में है. किस नॉर्थ ईस्ट राज्य में इसकी डिमांड की गई है? ऑप्शन ए मणिपुर, ऑप्शन बी नागालैंड, ऑप्शन सी असम, ऑप्शन डी अरुणाचल प्रदेश. सो द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज अरुणाचल प्रदेश. इसमें आप अरुणाचल प्रदेश का मैप देख पा रहे होंगे. जो दो ऑटोनॉमस रीजन्स की डिमांड की गई है उनमें जो पहला है मॉन ऑटोनॉमस रीजन, वो दो डिस्ट्रिक्ट तवांग और वेस्ट कमेंग है. इन दो डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स को मिलके मॉन ऑटोनॉमस रीजन है उसकी डिमांड की गई है. और जो दूसरा ऑटोनॉमस रीजन है जो ईस्ट में है वो तीन डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स, पहला है चांगलांग डिस्ट्रिक्ट, दूसरा है तिरप डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड तीसरा है लैंगडिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट. इन तीन डिस्ट्रिक्ट को मिलके एक ऑटोनॉमस काउंसिल की डिमांड की गई है जिसका नाम है पटकाई ऑटोनॉमस काउंसिल. ये पटकाई ऑटोनॉमस काउंसिल है, ये तीन डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड ये मॉन ऑटोनॉमस काउंसिल का पार्ट है. हियर इज द आर्टिकल इन द हिंदू. द फ्रेश डिमांड फॉर ऑटोनॉमी रेजेस हैकल्स इन अरुणाचल. Next question. Which country has recently announced the startup of Barkha nuclear power plant, a first nuclear reactor plant in the region? कौन सी कंट्री है जिसने हाल ही में एक नए स्टार्टअप बरखा न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट की शुरुआत की है जो कि उस पूरे रीजन का पहला ऐसा न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर होगा? ऑप्शन ए यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्स, ऑप्शन बी ओमान, ऑप्शन सी साउथ अफ्रीका, ऑप्शन डी ईरान. सो द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज ऑप्शन ए United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates UAE also became the first country in the Arab region to launch its first ever mission to Mars. And this was the article in the Hindu newspaper. Arab world's first nuclear plant achieves criticality. In this picture you can see this is UAE, United Arab Emirates. The capital of UAE is Abu Dhabi. It's here. And the plant which is being set up is Barakah nuclear plant is here. And this is the Persian Gulf. The neighboring countries of UAE are Oman, Saudi Arabia. Question 12. The High Court of which state has recently upheld the constitutionality of the Char Dham Devasthanam Management Board Act 2019? हाल ही में किस राज्य की हाई कोर्ट ने जो चार धाम देवस्थानम मैनेजमेंट बोर्ड है उसकी संवैधानिकता जो बरकरार रखा है? ऑप्शन ए हिमाचल प्रदेश, ऑप्शन बी उत्तराखंड, ऑप्शन सी जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, ऑप्शन डी सिक्किम. द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज उत्तराखंड. द स्टेट will look after the administration of the Char Dham of Uttarakhand. And this was the article in the Hindu newspaper regarding the Char Dham board verdict. Question 13. The first ever commercially built and operated spacecraft which carry people to and from orbit has recently returned to Earth is named. आपको बताना है कि हाल ही में एक कॉमर्शियल पर्पज से बना हुआ एक स्पेसक्राफ्ट है, उसका नाम क्या है? ऑप्शन ए Endeavour, option B Crew Dragon, option C Perseverance, option D SpaceX. So the right answer for this is option D SpaceX. This was the article in the newspaper. SpaceX with NASA crew is back home. You can see one capsule is hanging with the parachutes. NASA ने अभी recently 31 जुलाई को अपना मार्स मिशन भी भेजा है जिसका नाम है Perseverance. And America is the only country which has landed its rover on the surface of the Mars. No other country has achieved that mark yet. Question 14. China has recently suspended Hong Kong's extradition treaty with New Zealand. Which are the other countries who recently suspended the extradition treaties with Hong Kong? हाल ही में चाइना ने न्यूजीलैंड के साथ जो हांगकांग की एक्स्ट्राडिशन ट्रीटी थी उसको कैंसिल किया है, सस्पेंड किया है. और आपको बताना है कि और कौन सी कंट्रीज हैं जिन्होंने इस ट्रीटी को, एक्स्ट्राडिशन ट्रीटी को कैंसिल किया है. ऑप्शन ए ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ऑप्शन बी ब्रिटेन, ऑप्शन सी कनाडा, ऑप्शन डी ऑल ऑफ द अबव. सो द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज ऑप्शन डी ऑल ऑफ द अबव. देयर आर 20 countries which were having the extradition treaty with Hong Kong. So extradition means deportation, किसी को वापस भेजना या अपनी कंट्री में वापस बुलाना. Here is the article in Hindu. China suspends treaty with New Zealand. So New Zealand is the latest to join the string of Western powers, including Canada, Britain, Australia, and Germany, that have suspended the extradition treaties with the Hong Kong since the controversial law was introduced in the late June. China is in the process of taking over Hong Kong. All countries are opposing this move by China. Question 15. Name the unique rice variety of Kerala known for its saltwater resistance and which flourishes in the paddy fields of coastal Alappuzha, Ernakulam and Thrissur districts. The uniqueness of the rice has brought the geographical indication GI tag. आपको बताना है कि केरला की एक राइस की कौन सी ऐसी वैरायटी है जो समुद्र के वाटर में भी उसकी अच्छी फसल होती है और इस राइस को GI टैग भी दिया गया है. ऑप्शन ए गोल्डन जावरा, ऑप्शन बी ज्योति, ऑप्शन सी गंधा कासला, ऑप्शन डी पोकाली. सो द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज पोकाली. Here you can see the pokali rice being grown in the sea water. This was in news because few farmers from West Bengal, they have brought this variety of rice to the mangrove region of West Bengal as this variety is salt water resistant. Question 16. Recently, a massive warehouse explosion took place in Beirut, Lebanon. Which chemical compound caused the explosion? हाल ही में आपने सुना होगा एक बहुत बड़ा एक्सप्लोजन हुआ था बेरूत में जो कि लेबनन में है. तो आपको बताना है कि वो कौन सा कंपाउंड था, केमिकल कंपाउंड, जिसकी वजह से ये एक्सप्लोजन हुआ. ऑप्शन ए अमोनियम नाइट्रेट, ऑप्शन बी अमोनियम परमैग्नेट, ऑप्शन सी अमोनियम क्लोरेट, ऑप्शन डी अमोनियम एजाइड. So the right answer for this is ammonium nitrate. In this picture you can see this is Lebanon and this point is Beirut where this explosion took place, and here it is Mediterranean Sea, and here another country that's name is Cyprus is there. The explosion was so big that the vibrations and the effect of that explosion was felt in Cyprus also. Around 2,500 tons of ammonium nitrate that was kept in that port of Beirut. This ammonium nitrate stock was there for last 6 years, and the mismanagement of the chemical compound resulted in the explosion. Question 17. The 6th National Handloom Day was celebrated on 7th August 2020. The main objective is to create awareness about importance of the handloom industry. It is celebrated to commemorate which historic moment? आपको बताना है कि 6th नेशनल हैंडलूम डे मनाया गया 7th अगस्त को, जो कि मनाया जाता है हमारी हैंडलूम इंडस्ट्री है उसके इम्पोर्टेंस के लिए, अवेयरनेस बढ़ाने के लिए। तो आपको बताना है कि ये किस हिस्टोरिक मूवमेंट को सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए मनाया जाता है। ऑप्शन ए द होम रूल मूवमेंट 1916, ऑप्शन बी द स्वदेशी मूवमेंट 1905, ऑप्शन सी द खादी मूवमेंट 1918 एंड ऑप्शन डी नन ऑफ द अबव। सो द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी स्वदेशी मूवमेंट 1905। जब बंगाल का विभाजन किया जा रहा था तो उस वक्त स्वदेशी मूवमेंट की शुरुआत हुई थी, उसी की याद में नेशनल हैंडलूम डे मनाया जाता है। Question 18. The Reserve Bank of India has recently launched Innovation Hub to create viable and innovative financial products. It will provide which of these benefits? रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने हाल ही में एक इनोवेशन हब की शुरुआत की है, तो आपको बताना है कि उसके बेनिफिट इनमें से क्या है। ऑप्शन ए द हब विल हेल्प अचीव एफिशिएंट बैंकिंग, ऑप्शन बी बिजनेस कंटिन्यूटी इन टाइम्स ऑफ इमरजेंसी, ऑप्शन सी strengthening consumer protection, option D promote the startups and help deepen financial inclusions in the country, and option E all of the above. So the right answer is option E. These all options are correct. Question 19. Which state of India is to develop India's first snow leopard conservation center? आपको बताना है कि भारत का कौन सा राज्य देश का पहला स्नो लेपर्ड कंजर्वेशन सेंटर खोलने जा रहा है। ऑप्शन ए अरुणाचल प्रदेश, ऑप्शन बी उत्तराखंड, ऑप्शन सी हिमाचल प्रदेश, ऑप्शन डी सिक्किम। सो द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस इज ऑप्शन बी उत्तराखंड। उत्तराखंड गवर्नमेंट जल्द ही स्नो लेपर्ड कंजर्वेशन सेंटर खोलने जा रही है। These centers will be developed by the Uttarakhand Forest Department and the United Nations Development Program (UNDP). The main aim of these centers is to conserve and restore the Himalayan ecosystem, and it is also aimed at conserving the elusive snow leopards and the other endangered Himalayan species. The state government has also concluded that the state of Uttarakhand has 86 snow leopards in the state, which are mainly found in the Pithoragarh district and Uttarkashi district of the Uttarakhand. And the last question of the day, what is Swachh Bharat Kranti? Swachh Bharat Kranti क्या है? Option A, program under Ministry of Textiles. Option B, new initiative under National Education Policy. Option C, a translated copy of the book Swachh Bharat Revolution. Option D, none of the above. So the right answer for this is option C, a translated copy of book Swachh Bharat Revolution. Our Union Ministry of Textiles and Women and Child Development recently launched this Hindi version of the Swachh Bharat Revolution book on August 5, 2020. So this is all for this week. So we will be meeting next week with the new questions and the new video. खूब मेहनत कीजिए and अपने माता पिता का नाम रोशन कीजिए. Thank you so much for watching.